No mai, haere mai, welcome along to Pettigrew Green Arena. Taradale, Hawke's Bay, the Hawke's Bay Hawks hosting the Manawatū Jets. The math is simple for the home team. Win and you're in. The final six starts Thursday night. For the Jets, they are out of the running, but they can play spoilers, and they would love nothing better than going across and up slightly the North Island to take on the Hawke's Bay Hawks and ruin their chances almost of making that top six. It's been a really weird season for the Hawks, Casey, and they have it all on the line at home, where they have been poor at home up until recently.
Up until the last 2 weeks, lost their first six in the nest. 2 wins on the trot, a third will get them into the final six. They can lose and still have a chance depending on results with the Nelson Giants against the Southland Sharks tomorrow. But for now, it's all about this one as we take a look at the action from tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. The Nelson Giants have that all-important game for the Southland Sharks. They're keeping an eye on this one to see if the Hawks can get a victory. And then the Tuatara locked up the first seed. Nothing on the line in that game for either team. The Wellington Saints can possibly move up to fifth, with a guaranteed fifth with the win. They might drop to sixth if they stay on the win total where they're at now.
I'm glad you're here, like I really am, because I know you've written draft after draft. You've done permutation after permutation. Points differential and mini ladders across the last few days about how it's been working for this final six. The starting five for Ngāti Taufale is one that has been settled now for weeks. And Heron, Blake and Pippin the second, the import trio core who can fill it up. They have patches in games where they look unbeatable and then they just lose their way. Consistency has eluded them throughout the season, but playing spoiler would be nothing better for Ngāti Taufale head coach of the Manawatū Jets.
Good evening, Coach T. Welcome to the Bay. What's your plans for this evening?
Oh, we hope to be party poopers. Actually, it's our last dance, our last game for the season, and the Hawks are looking to win to get to the playoffs, and hopefully, we will upset that party tonight.
And how, especially, how are you going to do that towards a very strong Hawks team tonight?
Yeah, they are very strong, very experienced. We've got some goals that we've set for this game, and we've got to work on being more clinical with our offense, and then defensively we've just got to lock down on the defensive boards and give them one shot only. If we can do that, it puts us halfway to winning the game tonight.
Well, best of luck for this evening, Coach.
Appreciate that. Cheers.
Starting five for Everard Bartlett's Hawks. And no Ethan Rusbatch. He's got a foot injury he's been dealing with the last couple of years, as it turns out. Jordan Hunt gets the start. Usually comes off the bench. Kenny and Nato in the backcourt. Harris and Ira Lee around the perimeter, and also inside those two big physical bodies who are active on the glass. And for Ethan Rusbatch, consistency at home, as Casey said earlier, it has eluded them, but they've come right at home, and now it's all in front of them. 40 minutes of basketball, and if they can get it done here, they are in that six. Here is Coach.
Coach Ev, last game at home. Very important game for you. What's the game plan for this evening?
Yeah, look, it's crazy, right? The season's been up and down for us, and it's come down to this game. Our game plan, well, it's pretty much it's a bunch of things. Like we showed a good brand of basketball last week, and we knocked off the top team in the league. Our challenge really is to can we develop and can we grow on top of that performance? We know what's on the line, and these guys are not going to be easy to put away. So we need to come with the mindset of the same mindset that we came last week, and we need to sort of take it to another level.
Is there any new game plan you've got for this evening?
No, not really. It's basic fundamental stuff. Communicate, be in position, active off the ball. It's just the same. It's just the same fundamentals that we've been harping on last 3 weeks. It's just hopefully we pull it together for 40 minutes this time.
Well, best of luck this evening, Coach Ev.
Thanks a lot.
If you can't rely on your fundamentals in the last game of the regular season, what can you rely on? And it's all about desire now. Well, for both these teams, they want to end on a high. The Manawatū Jets, speaking with invested parties throughout the season of the Jets. They are in year 2 of a 5-year plan. They have been very good in patches, and this is how it looks head to head. These two teams, they can fill it up. They have no problem scoring the basketball.
They can certainly fill it up when it's going well. It looks really good, but at times things have gotten gummy for both these squads, where they lose their way a little bit and the ball gets a little bit sticky. Ira Lee leading the way on the interior for the Hawks. He has been of late a double-double machine, just below 10 rebounds per game. Javion Blake leading the way scoring and on the assists. What a powerful weapon he's been at the point guard position. Danny Pippen on the glass for the Jets. Hiram Harris, a bit of do-it-everything in his game, especially on the assists, to the leading creator for the Hawks. And this one's certainly going to come down to how the Hawks are able to defend the triple-headed import trio of Mustafa Heron, Danny Pippen II, and Javion Blake. If they don't score 80 points per game, or in a game, their squad does not have a lot of luck. As we take a look at the coin referees, Ryan Jones, Brad Clive, and Harry Apex, getting together to discuss how they're going to call this one, and what is certain to be a spirited affair between two teams who one needs to end the season on a high and one wants to end the season on a high.
Well, these two teams, they have a feistiness about them, and we've seen Danny Pippen II. He's been suspended a game. He's had a dynamic presence on the court and on social media as well.
It's been great.
He's been so fun.
Very enjoyable.
I want him to come back. It's a rare thing when an import comes back in the Sal's NBL. Liam Judd's had a great season there. He's come out of basically nowhere. With all due respect to Liam Judd and his journey on the basketball courts around Tamaki Makaurau, he's ended up in a situation that has really suited him, and he's answered that call.
I'll be honest, I don't watch a lot of age group national championships.
I know, and a lot of people don't, Casey, you're right.
And so I was not as familiar as what he's been capable of, but this season has been a big step up for him. Of course, he's been nominated for Most Improved Player, and he's going to have a great look at that one, and an intriguing finish to the year for him as he has stepped into a new role. And can he help his squad reach the victory circle one more time, as the Jets hoping to send the Hawks home with a little bit of pain and a loss in that loss column.
The Jets, at one point everybody was in the running for the 6. Last couple of rounds, teams like the Jets have just fallen off the pace. Games have just got away on them, and they can be spoilers here. The Hawke's Bay Hawks in all black, meaning business, in front of another good crowd at Pettigrew Green Arena. Ryan Jones, coin referee, he will get us underway here. Midway point of the Sal's NBL final round, and it's going to be the Hawks with the ball. Jordan Hunt to Hiram Harris. Everybody out of the key here for the Hawks. It's Hiram Harris looking for options, a little bit stagnant to begin the game here for the Hawks. Harris is going to have to put it up. And the unique feature of this arena is the shot clock. It's actually on the back wall, not on the stanchion, so we're going to rely on the crowd atmosphere to count us down.
On the back wall and not super visible. See it up there at the top of the screen on the right, but good extended defense from the Jets early. And Javion Blake leading the way for the Jets on offense.
Strokes the 3 to get us underway.
He's been more aggressive with the jump shot early in his last couple of weeks. Normally he was setting the table, but as of late, he has really been looking for his own number in that first quarter.
He'll be in the All-Star 5, shooting 41% from deep, 22.5 points a game on average. Ira Lee will put his hand up for that All-Star 5 as he strokes along too.
17 feet away, Josh Ledger just sagging a little bit off, giving him that space to find the jump shot and retort.
Jared Kenny on Blake. Jets taking their time here. Shot clock in single digits. Down to 3. Blake kicks it out to Judd. High arcing 3. And that is a shot clock violation. Good defense from the Hawks. I thought he might have got hit on the arm when I heard the whistle. That would have been painful for the Hawke's Bay Hawks, but it is their ball now.
Took a bit too long to get set up in their action, a little bit lackadaisical in that initial push, and that caused them the turnover.
Jordan Nartai backing down Mustafa Heron, and Heron just too physical.
That looks pretty clean up high. Must have been the body down low. Jordan Natai liking that post position, but Mustafa Heron, excellent defender, both on the perimeter and on that interior when players try and test him.
You can join the TAB. Deposit $10, get a free $50 bonus bet. R18. Let's bet responsibly. Love to see Ethan Rusbatch on the bench there in his singlet as well. Talking with Toran Rokawa.
He's just about looks ready to play over there.
He does. Blake with a tough drive.
Just takes upon his own shoulders there, and not enough backline help to keep him from getting where he wants to go.
Ira Lee taking advantage of the Ledger defense sagging off him on the help there, and almost a turnover. It is. Oh, it's going to stay with the Jets. I thought
Foul
it might
call?
have come off.
Yeah, foul call.
Oh, it's a foul, excuse me. And just a little bit too aggressive was Jared Kenny there.
I think the whistle was forced to be blown because it did come off of Mustafa Heron there, but enough contact that he didn't want to force the turnover on it, so ball stays with the Jets. And I love the jump shot from Ira Lee. That mid-range game is looking so smooth right now.
Danny Pippen the second. Gets Hunt up in the air. Judd in the corner. Liam Judd stroking it from deep. 37% from downtown on the season. That's a second three for the Jets in this first quarter. Hiram Harris. Ira Lee putting the ball on the floor. Likes this matchup against Ledger, who does well defensively. And Pippen gets the rebound.
Just enough by Ledger, really forcing Ira Lee to work hard there.
And that'll be a kick ball. Stays at 17, does the shot clock. Stays with the Jets on the side there.
Fortunate hand there. Ira Lee, that would have been a wide open look for Blake in the corner, who's already started off on a tear, looking for his third bucket on this possession.
Pippen loves the three, takes 10 of them a game.
And that's certainly going to be the first of many. Quick trigger there, had a decent look at it.
Harris off the glass and in, around Liam Judd.
Not a bad contest, but Harris had that head of steam blown up, truck it down. Very difficult to keep him from switching direction, and that's what created the angle for the layup.
Heron. Excuse me, Blake giving it to Ledger, kicks it out. And that will be Hawke's Bay ball.
Thought the baseline doors were closed there. Maybe they're just a bit open. The breeze from the left to the right.
Lee with the handoff. Natai with the sleeve on the right calf. He's played some heavy minutes, has Jordan Natai with his Hawke's Bay Hawks team, as Harris has fouled
Hiram Harris
on the dribble.
just lulled Liam Judd to sleep there. He'd been going off the screen a couple of times in a row, and that time the hard drive baseline creates that whistle.
Oh, Josh Ledger got all of Ira Lee's face there. And Ira Lee, just a wry smile. Got the elbow.
That was an elbow to the chin. Good quick first step there. Josh Ledger needs to play that defense with his body, not with his hands.
Hunt with the position. Can't get the finish, and he can't get the tip.
Good strength shown by Pippen, making it a difficult finish. The rebound by Ledger, and the Jets finding a little bit of success in transition.
Like the pull-up is good.
He's looking very smooth right now, yet to miss, and creating a lot of space as Jordan Hunt runs that lane, and the pass just out of his reach.
He's a rim runner.
He is definitely a rim runner. Nice to see him grabbing this opportunity in the starting lineup with both hands today and really pushing that pace, taking advantage of one of his best skills.
Javion Blake has 7. It's Heron with the ball, stripped by Lee.
Ooh.
It looked like it came off Heron's leg
Yeah,
there.
it did. Looked like a nice strip down and changed directions as Ira Lee hit it, but he doesn't argue. The Hawks aren't worried about the officials. They're worried about their game today.
Sometimes that's actually a rare thing for the Hawks. Throughout the season, they have had their fair share of getting absolutely stuffed by the way the bounce of the basketball has gone.
Sometimes that happens.
It does.
And it always makes you mad.
And especially in the first half of the season, they had some excruciating losses they had to wear. But here they are. They can control their destiny, which at the start of the season, they had a string of losses as they got the offensive foul there. You just wouldn't expect them maybe to make it this far. I know you had them as champs pre-season, and there's still a chance, as we saw what happened to the Otago Nuggets last season.
The immortal words of Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance. And there still is one. All they got to do is sneak in that back door, and they still have a mightily talented team, especially offensively. But certainly things didn't go as smoothly as it initially looked with this deep and talented Kiwi roster.
Pippen is fouled.
Well, Danny Pippen just puts a lot of pressure on defenders. He's got great size, but with that size and strength, excellent ball handling abilities, and certainly has the range and a relentless motor offensively. He just continues to put pressure on whichever defender's in front of him.
So Danny Pippen at the line here. Can put them up by 6. He makes 2 from the TAB line. Dennis Brook is in the game for the Hawks. This is Daron Rokawa. Still the same 5 out there for Manawatū Taufale and the Jets. Coming from the midway point of this first quarter. Pippen misses the second, but Ledger bounces straight to him. We'll get another look here to the Jets. 5-point lead. Judd in the corner. Lee with the rebound, looking to push. Comes the big man, kicks it out. Ngātai up fake into the key, kicking it out. Rokawa on the pull-up. Heron with the rebound.
Good push and nice scramble defense by the Jets in response to that pressure and transition.
Heron's 3 is in and out. Jets get back. Ngātai wanting some movement. Lee dives. Comes back up, gets it from Rokawa. Shoots the ball. Not a lot doing for the Hawks in some of these sets. Blake given room, makes them pay. Bangs down another 3. He's got 10 in the quarter. Timeout, Everard Bartlett and the Hawks.
Javion Blake is looking so smooth early. Just not enough pressure on him. And he has taken advantage of it. There we see Ira Lee early in the game with that mid-range jumper, letting it fly. But that was his first bucket of the game. Since then, there was the second. Outside of that, it has been a lot of Javion Blake. 4 for 4 from the field. Liam Judd got a look from the corner as well.
You can get your Nona pizza or the 5 Boroughs pizza for $25. Pick up only though with the online code BLOCK, valid until this coming Wednesday.
What's your favorite borough, Andrew Mulligan?
Oh, you know what? You know me, I'm a hipster. It's proper.
Brooklyn all the way?
Yeah. I was privileged enough to go to Barclays for a Nets game. Saw Mikal Bridges. That's a cool venue.
That is impressive.
It is stylish in every sense of the way for an NBA venue.
Haven't been myself. I hear it's very vertical, especially up top.
Yeah, very vertical. I wasn't up top, man.
Of course not.
I was in the lower bowl.
Oh, I mean, when you're looking up, at everybody else up there.
Thank you to Sean Marks and his staff for giving us a sliver of this very important time. I'll pick that name up. Sorry, did I drop that? I dropped that name just down there on the.
You dropped it. I was trying to point it out silently, but I didn't want the viewers.
My close personal friend Sean Marks. Sorry, I've done it again.
Well, the Hawks need to find a little bit of defensive fortitude. Javion Blake, too easy. Nice post move to start. I really like that physical move by Jordan Ngātai to kick things off, but it's on the other end. Too much freedom of movement for the Jets, especially Javion Pippen, Javion Blake, pardon me, and they've switched Jordan Ngātai on him to get a bigger body in front of him.
Jordan Ngātai, he can punish guards with that size and strength.
Ooh.
Foul underneath.
Late whistle on the shot, actually. That's going to be 3 shots.
On the shot from the baseline as well, Ryan Jones with the call.
He let it fly, but the rebound was just about collected before that whistle blew, so possibly seeing just enough contact to deter the shot when it was off greatly. Javion Blake keeps his perfection from the field goal intact and heads to the TAB for 3. And a chance to stretch this lead to 9 points. The Hawks not responding to the early pressure, but a lot of time left in this one.
Javion Blake having a quarter.
Bit of a start.
He's got 12. 13 on this one. Makes all 3. Never looking like missing as well. I don't know if it's hit the rim yet for Javion Blake.
Well, I believe he had 15 in the first quarter against Wellington a week ago. 15, and he had a big first quarter against the Rams as well. He's been starting great of late.
Ngatai again looking to use his strength on the block, and he's fouled as he curled across the lane with the right hand this time.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep going to that play. You know, I've always been a big fan of if we're running something and we get a bucket out of it, you just keep on going to that well until it runs dry. Force the defense to make you, or force the defense to adjust. Don't you adjust to the defense while things are still going well.
And into the game is Bryce McBride. Late season pickup for the Hawks. This will be the 5th game. So he qualifies for the final 6. If they make it, if they win tonight. Bryce McBride, we'll see what impact he can have off the bench for the Hawks.
Of course, if they do end up on the losing side of the ledger this evening, they still got a chance if the Nelson Giants don't take care of business against the Sharks tomorrow. So multiple avenues. But in the meantime, they're just thinking, we got to find a way to get back in this one as physical defense forces the turnover going the other direction.
Here's McBride. Gives it back to Rokawa. Back of the iron. Heron with the rebound. Here comes Javion Blake. Danny Pippen with the jab step. Knocks down another 3. That is the 4th 3 of the quarter for the Jets.
They love to get those punches up in volume from beyond the 3-point line. One of the highest 3-point rates in the competition continues this evening and to the tune of a 10-point lead.
Punches and bunches so far. These two teams slug it out in the first quarter. Ngatai again attacking the Jets defense.
Look at that big, almost jab step. Creates that space, and Ngatai keeps the hands down, giving Danny Pippen II a clean look. And looks even cleaner, ripping through the net. As Marcel Jones checks into the ball game, as Ngatai back to the TAB. He is the entirety of the Hawks offense these last 3 possessions.
Ngatai making the first. This is what the Jets can do. They can look like absolute world beaters in some quarters, and then they just fall apart, usually in the 3rd quarter, unfortunately, for Jets fans. Probably something they've seen all too often in the South NBL.
Ngatai now 6 for 6 from the TAB for his 8 points.
Momasia in the game. Campbell Scott is out there, and Momasia misses the 3. Campbell Scott, really impressed by his play.
Back to the post, Ngatai again.
Ngatai between the defense, gets the roll. Jordan Ngatai with 9.
This is 10 actually, I believe. That's 8 straight points for Jordan Ngatai, as he has yet to miss from the free throw stripe. Hey, actually, you're right, it is not. My ad's bad.
Momasia with the runner. That's good. Momasia off the bench and adding a bit of punch. Ngatai with 10, you were right.
Back and forth we go.
Give it back to Jordan Ngatai, Jordan Hunt. Scott and McBride meet below the rim. And McBride's fouled and he'll go to the line.
Well, nice find by Jordan Hunt as Bryce McBride moving on that weak side of the basketball. Finds that space in there. unable to get the finish.
Natai will take a seat.
Well, he's got 10 points. He hasn't missed from anywhere. 2 for 2 from inside the arc. 6 for 6 from the stripe. His 8 minutes and 27 seconds of action.
Nice little pride. Listen right.
He was you mentioned how just his 5th game, a very late season pickup. Look to give that backcourt a little bit of depth, which has turned out to be quite fortuitous with Ethan Rusbatch unavailable these last couple of weeks. Hopefully he's available for the finals if they make it.
Miss there, cleaned up by Brook. Hiram Harris, leader 6 for the Jets. Rokawa getting the roll.
Oh, that was quick. Nice explosive first step there, getting himself into the lane. He had that size advantage really in that matchup, so that's why he's all the way to the front of the cup, not relying on the mid-ranger.
Pippen attacking. Too strong. Here comes Hiram Harris. Has to push it. Jets do well to get back. Rokawa had Marcel Jones on him. There's a mismatch somewhere else, and it's going to be Campbell Scott. Now it's Jordan Hunt for 3. Denham Brook, big rebound. Here comes Hunt, and Marcel Jones gets him on the arm.
Well, I like the recognition by Hiram Harris that they're guarding him with the smaller player, so straight in the post. That created all this other advantage. Denham Brook, excellent work on the offensive glass, but Jordan Hunt doesn't settle. He cuts through, tries to take advantage of his size and athleticism. Good foul, Marcel Jones. But right now, it's all about the TAB for the Hawks. They are 8 for 8 from the line, and just 5 attempts for the Jets in response.
9 for 9 now.
They've done well to weather that early storm and use this free throw line opportunities that are coming their way to keep themselves right in this ball game, down to a 2-point deficit now, 24-22.
Pippen with another 3. Takaya Cooper with the rebound. Right place, right time for Takaya Cooper.
And 5th team foul on the Hawks. Going to the line either way. Takaya Cooper, a chance to stretch this lead out to 4 before the Hawks come back down with what will most likely be the last attempt of the quarter.
Too strong for the young man.
It sounded like a vocal crowd in Taradale this evening.
This is both. Pippen, though, grabbing the rebound.
Oh, good board there. Just a physical player. Takaya Cooper can't get the roll.
Hiram Harris, did he get a hand to that?
Gets a,
Tip, perhaps?
gets a hand to a lot of things. Just 13 seconds left to finish. Ball going to finish in the hands of Rukawa at some point.
It's Jordan Hunt. Puts it off the glass, too strong. And that is it. First quarter done and dusted. Our clock is a little bit out, so apologies there. But we'll take a break. First quarter done and dusted. The Jets had a big lead. The Hawks have pulled them back in, and we'll come back with the second quarter after the break. Welcome back. Pettigrew Green Arena, second quarter about to get underway. They led by as much as 10 to the Jets in the first quarter. They now lead by 2. 24-22. And they're making them pay from the line with the Hawks. 10 of 10 from the TAB foul line in that first quarter. Jordan Ngatai has 10 for the Hawks, and for the Jets it was Javion Blake early, getting off a couple of threes and making them pay as Hiram Harris is all over Scott there. Javion Blake leading all scorers with 13. Back to Jordan Ngatai on the block, facing up on Blake this time. And then he's fouled, and guess what? Jordan Ngatai is going back to the line.
And that's going to be the second personal foul on Javion Blake, who has carried so much of the offensive load early. And Jordan Ngatai is feasting on mismatches in the low post, going straight to that low block if he's got a matchup that he feels he's got the advantage in. And he is proving to have several advantages out there on the court. It's not just one player guarding him in the box right now. They have tried multiple different defenders, and the answer has been the same. Straight to the line he goes as he's about to hit free throw number 10 if he's able to drop this one. Sorry, free throw number 8 on that one. 12 points for him now as he ties it up.
8 for 8. Locked at 24. Marcel Jones comes up high. Cooper gives it to Blake, who gives it back to him. Hunt now on Cooper. Down to Ledger. They tried to take the chair out from under him, did Jordan Ngatai, and Ledger just whipped around too quickly. Here's Bryce McBride making his way into the heavy traffic. A little wild there. 3-on-2. Jones lost the handle. Hiram Harris has it. Ragged start to the second quarter.
And a couple of attacks on the interior dissuaded by physical defense. Both teams need to settle.
Hunt gives it back. Ngatai with the 3 ball. That's good. Jordan Ngatai dialed in. He has 14 now.
3 for 3 from the field, 8 for 8. Has yet to miss. No other stat out there other than drawing fouls. No rebounds, assists, but a walking bucket in the second quarter.
Cooper for 3. McBride pulls down the rebound. Giving it to Ira Lee. Ira Lee with the power move underneath. And it's timeout. Ngātu Taufale and the Jets. Hawke's Bay have come back in this game. They have stormed now out to a 5-point lead.
Now 5 straight points to kick off the quarter by Jordan Ngatai. Then that next bucket coming in from Ira Lee, whose powerful finishing abilities inside and put even the best defenses under a lot of pressure. But after that penetration from McBride, the best defense is not what we've seen, and Manawatū needs to regroup after a sluggish start here to the second quarter. Don't forget to catch Hoop Heads Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock. Going to be catching up on all the Sal's NBL action.
I heard it's been really good lately.
Got better, I don't know why. There's something, I can't put my finger on it, but it's been really good.
I'm looking forward to mild opinions and tepid takes, especially this week of basketball. Tauihi well and truly underway. Basketball Aotearoa, that is fired off. And some exciting games. Sky Broadband Rapid League before each Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa game as well. And then of course we've got the small matter of the final 6 to discuss on Wednesday night as well with Hoop Heads. Hawke's Bay.
Got the awards as well. They're all getting announced this week. It is busy season.
Someone has made a massive mistake in inviting me onto the voting panel.
You know what you're talking about. Sometimes.
Blake for 3, misses. Javion on Blake.
Great look at it. I would like to take that look all day long. Can't find the range there.
Jordan Ngatai happy to post 18 feet out and then just goes to work on Josh Ledger.
Well,
the big man, no match for Jordan Ngatai.
The Jets cannot put a point guard on Jordan Ngatai. That is too difficult a matchup for Javion Blake. He is going to milk that all day long.
Oh, great hands from Hiram Harris. He was hedging, and Natai was screaming at him, take Blake. He had it, and then just the recovery there as Blake tried to take advantage of that gap up high.
Excellent camera work to catch that gamble that pays off by Hiram Harris. And the Hawks much more active defensively.
Quick turnaround, baby hook from Pippen is short. 7-point Hawks lead. Oh, what a look! That pass from Natai. Oh, the defense from Ledger.
Well, I think still gets a highlight on that one. Excellent look, can't finish it, but the Jets a little bit wild coming back. Got a fast break opportunity ahead.
Natai didn't really get back. Barely crossed half court, if at all. He seagulls it and gets another bucket. Josh Ledger with a big screen on McBride. Welcome to the Sal's NBL. Pippen with a three. It was a ragged start, but it's fired up in the last 60 seconds.
Wow, it is firing back and forth.
Oh, they forgot about Jordan Hunt.
No defense there, just a complete breakdown in transition.
This is what happens to the Jets. It's unfortunate. They just got to hold their nerve here. Run their set, get a bucket, not turn the ball over.
A lot of contact by Natai there.
Bounce pass, Hunt with the flush.
Well, fast break opportunities off turnovers, just too easy. And the Jets need to get together. They need to huddle up. They need an excellent possession. They can't be one pass shot. They need to work the ball from side to side and tire out this Hawks Bay defense on this end of the court.
The Jets had a 10-point lead in the first quarter. The Hawks have one here until Danny Pippen knocks down that two.
Well, he's able to get that size advantage and show off the stroke, but I'd still like to see them make Hawks just work a little bit harder than 2 or 3 passes.
McBride, Ledger the rebound. Here comes Javion Blake. He's fouled at midcourt.
Such speed in transition. He can really get to his top gear with great acceleration as we take a look at that nutmeg pass. Look at that, Jordan Natai through the legs. And then, of course, Jordan Hunt unable to get past the defense of Josh Ledger, who defends well. But that pass is a thing of beauty, belongs in a museum, like an Indiana Jones relic.
Hang it into Papa. Put it beside the corrugated iron Falcon. Is it a Falcon? Is there a little car on the way in?
Yeah.
That's great.
It's quite
Put it beside the Britain bike. Blake, Pippen up high. Sort of basically a triple team with Judd. Regathered his balance and is fouled underneath.
Well, Aralea looks like picked up that one, and that's going to be his second personal foul. It was a nice, strong move there by Liam Judd. Looked like he was using that explosiveness to try and get up above the rim. Couldn't get it, but takes that contact. A lot of contact on Jets moves lately. First time to the free throw line here.
McBride. Here's Ira Lee up high. Jackson stands out there, gives him a bigger body. It's Natai. Misses that. Heron with the rebound. Poked away by Hiram Harris. Natai front of the rim. Gets it back. Blake copped an elbow. Ira Lee powers it down with 2 hands.
There's some more athletic guys in the NBL, but he has the most powerful finishes on the rim this side of Max Darling. Those 2 guys, you see rims crying when those guys walk in the gym.
It's out of frame, but I imagine that basketball stanchion is still shaking. Timeout is called. Everard Bartlett and the Hawks want to talk about it. Right on cue, the GJ Gardner replay. Here comes Ira Lee. There it is.
Punishing.
You might want to get out the spirit level and the tape measure to see if it's still 10 feet and level again.
It'll bounce back well. That's well, whichever team makes the final 6. Still 2 stops. This is 1 spot up for grabs. 2 seeds yet to be locked down, but the tickets are on sale. It's less than a week away. All the action starts on Thursday night with a doubleheader, culminating in the championship Sunday evening.
It's the first game on Thursday, 3 versus 6.
That, I believe, is correct.
So it's the Rams hosting perhaps the Hawks?
Perhaps the Hawks.
So we might have
perhaps the Saints.
Perhaps the Saints.
Perhaps the Giants.
Okay, we don't want to go down that track. But it could be Ira Lee and Max Darling with those power dunks is what I was trying to get to.
Which would be a heck of a matchup to kick things off out in West Auckland.
But there's still plenty of water to go under the mathematician's bridge as we work out the mini ladders and points differential.
There's a lot.
There's a lot going on. Stay with us here on Sal's NBL coverage live on Sky Sport. Watching on the FIBA YouTube channel and on ESPN as well, wherever you are in the world. Hawks with this 9-point lead coming up on the midway point of the second quarter.
Can the Jets come out here and find that offensive flow they had earlier? There was a lot of Javion Blake, but they need to get a little bit better penetration. Look how far out the Hawks are putting them outside the comfort zone.
Good defense from the Hawks. Nice execution from the Jets though. And the putback is good from Danny Pippen.
A good attack. I like the penetrating pass to create that opportunity for Blake, and Pippen doesn't give up on the play.
Oh, Denham Brook bobbled it, saved it, fired it out of bounds. The pass from McBride was nice, but the Hawks couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, it was a wasted opportunity there. Wasted opportunities has been what the opposition has been feasting on up to this. You make mistakes, that makes it a lot easier for the other team to get something going on their side in the momentum categories.
Judd with the catch and shoot. Stent was fouled as he crashed the boards. Jared Kenny will pick up, I believe, the foul there.
If that is Jared Kenny, that would be his third personal, so I think that might have been called on McBride.
I think it was. I think I saw the 4-on-4 from the referee rather than the 6 of Kenny there. And it will be Hawks ball.
Jackson Stent, good effort on that possession. Got a second chance, almost got a third, but not to be. Can the Hawks find a little bit of momentum on this end now?
Natai gets position on Liam Judd. And is that on Javion Blake, or is it going to be on Liam Judd here?
I think it's going to be on Judd from behind, but
that's lucky because that would have been. Well,
oh no, it looks like it's on Blake the way that Javion Blake's trying to stay in the game. It will be his third.
Yeah, it would have been Liam Judd's third as well. So not great, especially with one of your leading scorers now picking up his third foul.
Yeah, it was on Javion Blake there.
Jordan Natai back at the line. Nothing but net. He's now 9 for 9.
And he's missed a couple of shots from the field now, but 9, make that 20 points. 20 points.
He's got a 20 piece. He's earning it from the line as well. He's 10 for 10.
Well, this is what you love to see from the veteran, from the tall black, from the championship winner. You need a performance. They were down early, and he has just come out on another level since then.
Oh, Mustafa Heron. Felt like he was fouled. He has a case.
A lot of contact.
What a quick spin move. Natai with the right hand.
Man, there is contact left, right, and center. But the officiating crew is making you earn it on those drives. A bump won't do it. Got to play through the paint.
Natu Tafale calls time. 3:44 to go on this first half. Hawks. It was tied up at the start of the second quarter rather, at 24, and since then the Hawks have gone on a massive run here. A 22-8 run in this second quarter.
Well, it's been a different team. We've seen a lot less speed from the Jets, in particular in transition. They were getting easy looks early. They were creating really wide open opportunities, but those have gone by the wayside since about 5 minutes left in the first quarter. And the Hawks' level of activity has lifted on both ends, not just offensively, where it's really been a lot of Jordan Natai creating opportunity. 23 points for him now. And now finally a couple of assists. He's been fouled 5 times, 10 for 10 from the stripe. Javion Blake's joined by Danny Pippen II now, 13 points apiece. just 4 points from Liam Judd, and the only other starter to score. Mustafa Heron hasn't scored yet. Always going to be difficult if they can't get all 3 imports hitting at the same time for the Jets.
Yeah, sometimes plus minus is a handy stat. Sometimes it makes no sense. Because Jordan Natai's plus minus in this game is 5. Jordan Hunt, he's 2 for 7, hits 12, it's plus minus. Bryce McBride, I was going to say Danny McBride, excuse me. Bryce McBride's plus minus is 20.
Timing is everything.
It is. Here's Heron. Met by Natai in the key, kicks it out. Blake, Stent, keeps it alive. Blake again. Stent again. He's fouled.
Jackson Stent, 3rd offensive rebound, excellent energy. Sometimes plays behind Marcel Jones, who got a quick look and then is back to the bench, but look at him line it up. He sees it coming the whole way, then the push from Jordan Natai. You know, if he took a closer look at that, that might possibly be unsportsmanlike. No play on the ball there, just a shove. Not going to take a look at it, but a good strong move by Jackson Stent and a chance to cut this one beneath double digits if he hits 2.
Jackson Stent dislocated his pinky finger in a game against the Tuatara. Put it back in, keep playing.
Just pop it back.
Play the next day against the Bulls.
Rub some dirt on it, it'll be fine.
Gets the roll. Celebrates. Ran out of frame. Lead is 10 for the Hawks.
Jackson Stent, if you popped something out, you just pop it back in and go right back to work, wouldn't you?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Absolutely not. They hung off Rokawa, and Rokawa makes them pay.
Lack of communication there. Javian Blake got hung up on the screen, thought the switch was imminent, but no chatter. He's thrown Rokawa wide open from the wing.
Pippen, he's got 13. Make it 15 now for Danny Pippen the second.
Makes some tough shots. He creates some opportunities. It's not poorly defended, but he's got great size and athleticism to create that chance.
Here's Natai. Heron picks that off. 3-on-2. Mustafa Heron. He just can't get a call.
He is. You know, he's playing through it, but he is finding a lot of contact. Not poor defense there by Jordan Natai. Very physical defender. Gets those arms straight up. Heron trying to create that contact to hopefully get a whistle, but doesn't get the benefit of the doubt.
Lachlan Crate in the game. Pippen calls him through. Natai with the steal. Pippen thought he was fouled there. For 3. Jordan Natai. He's on pace for 50 in this game. He's got 26.
Putting together a blinder. Half of the season for Natai when the Hawks need it most.
Danny Pippen finally gets a call off the ball. Josh Tutunga Laval is called for the foul. Danny Pippen now at the line as the Hawks are in the bonus.
Danny Pippen leading scorer for the Jets, 15 points and 6 for 11 from the field. 4 boards, a couple of assists as well. Javion Blake still on 13 after that torrid start, 4 for 4. Has not hit a shot since.
Pippen misses.
0 for 5 in that span.
It's not ideal, Casey.
Well, you know, it's a game of runs. Sometimes you go your way, sometimes they go the other.
Makes the second, does Danny Pippen the second from the TAB line. Lead is 13 for this Hawke's Bay Hawks team. Natai. Good defense from Pippen, but on the rebound, it's a foul. Is it going to be on Jackson Stent underneath?
Not on the shot, it's on the rebounding attempt, as you mentioned. So baseline basketball for the Hawks.
I think it's just the third team foul for the Jets. The minute 34 to go in the game. Excuse me, first half. Oh, great pass, Denham Brook.
It's been,
just can't get a hand on that properly.
He's had a couple of looks in there that, had he been able to catch, would have been pretty wide open.
Heron. Oh, he gets the block though.
Good activity from Denenbrook today. You know, his playing time has been sporadic as the season's gone on, but we've seen good offensive rebounding, some kickouts, and obviously the defensive activity on this one. And he can be a key player for a team who's got a pretty thin bench this season.
Blake knocks down a 3.
And 5 straight misses, finds that one, 16 points now. And despite a strong second quarter from the Hawks, the Jets just down 9.
Javion Blake just turned it off at the wall and then turned it back on again. Gets his first basket in a long time. Okawa from the corner.
A really nice drag to the corner there. As Natai never lets the angle close down, even though he's out of bounds. Excellent movement creates that opportunity.
Crate misses. Quick shot. Manawatū Taufale takes a seat. No, Natai's feeling it. Heat check.
Nothing wrong with that look when you're feeling good, but an opportunity for Blake in transition here.
Oh, off the glass and in.
Man, he is good with the ball in hand, pushing ahead. Really difficult for guys to try and find him as Jared Kenny tries to let a few seconds run off. Can't quite get it all the way down to the 24. I believe a little bit of discrepancy between the two clocks, so close to the last shot. The Jets will probably get another look at it.
We'll call a Sky City player timeout as well. The Jets, they can grab a rebound or get a stop. Okawa, Brook. There it is. There it is. Javion Blake with the ball. And it is a Sky City player timeout with a 10-point lead. They have 8.9 seconds to close out this first half. And let's just change on me to 1.9.
Goes quick, still the 0.9 though.
It's just 7 seconds difference.
Just so a very timely whistle blown there by Javion Blake, calling it just in time. 2 seconds, plenty of time to get off a shot in the half court though. As this Hawk squad needs to be very active, find the shooters deep.
Oh, they've got a couple more fractions of a second.
That seems fair.
They got 0.3, they've added it on. Nice. 2.2. Blake to inbound. Can they cut the lead to single digits? Yes, they can if they can get this shot in. Great look, but they can't get it to go down. And it will be a 10-point Hawks lead as we head to halftime. A massive second quarter from them, where they put on 30 points on the Jets and they lead 52-42. We'll take a break and give you all the stats provided by the TAB after that. Welcome back. It is a big Hawke's Bay Hawks lead, 52-42. It was a massive second quarter from them. They put 30 on the Jets, who led by as much as 10 in the first quarter, did the Jets. And Casey, it was all Jordan Ngatai.
Putting it together. And it started from a bad place. They were down early, and then they started working the ball through Ngatai in the post, and everything changed. Javion Blake off to that great start. Slowed down a bit, but found some form late to get to 18 points. Danny Pippen has scored sporadically throughout to get to his 16 on the glass. It has been a two-way battle as both teams have been active in there. Total rebound count 22-20. The Hawks leading. Ira Lee leading the way there as he does on his way to a double-double. Mustafa Heron, tough day scoring the basketball, but excellent work on the boards. The assists, the Hawks have just about doubled up the Jets, 13-7 overall. You see not a lot of ball going through multiple hands outside of the imports, but Jordan Ngatai not just involved in the scoring, 4 assists as well. Jordan Hunt joining the Jordan namesake as a passer. A little bit of defense. Denham Brook with 2 blocks, Hiram Harris with 1. Josh Ledger had 1 himself, and in the steal game, the Hawks have doubled up the Jets. 6 forced turnovers in the steals compared to 3. Harris and McBride leading the way there. McBride in limited minutes to pick up those 2. Nice effect off the bench.
14 points from turnovers as well for the Hawks. So when they pushed it, they managed to catch the Jets on their heels. The official stats brought to you by the TAB, the stats partner of the Sal's NBL. Hawks haven't missed from the line. They're 14 of 14. They're shooting 51% from the floor. Conversely, the Jets shooting just 36% and 8 of 13 from the free throw line. Win, and they are in for Hawke's Bay. And they've got a decent crowd on hand at Pettigrew Green Arena to see their team win, maybe just their 3rd home win of the season. It's been a strange old season for the Hawks, but they control their destiny with a win tonight, and they can head to Trust Arena later on this coming week. We'll take a break. We'll have the 3rd quarter for you after it. Welcome back, Pettigrew Green Arena, Taradale, and we are looking at a big Hawke's Bay Hawks lead. Yeah, it's 10. I mean, it's just above single digits, but it looks like Jordan Ngatai and the Hawks are at a different level to this Jets team who just couldn't find an answer in that second quarter.
Well, it really has been since about 4 minutes left in the first quarter where they had a 10-point lead, and since then they have just been completely blown off the court essentially by the offensive efficiency of the Hawks, who started going to the post with more frequency, picked up the intensity defensively, held that Jet squad to 18 points in that second quarter, and it's been work like that. Nice rebound activity. Ira Lee with the power. He's putting together another nice performance. Jordan Ngatai, we saw him as a scorer, but here he is with the assist. There's the second assist. Nice screen. Or Rukawa with a little sidestep to create an extra space to get it off. Mustafa Heron gets his shot knocked out of there by Denham Brook on the weak side, trying to beat the defense one-on-one. That weak side's coming over nicely. See the double teams in there. Javion Blake has been a boon offensively for the Jets. 18 points for him, 13 in the first quarter. But just too much ball in hand for Jordan Ngatai, drawing so much attention when he drives. That's leaving the perimeter open for finishes like that by Daron Arakawa. All of it ends up into a 10-point lead, 52-42. Well, Hawke's Bay in the lead, and coming off the back of this, win, lose, or draw, they're playing tomorrow. The Nelson Giants hoping for a Hawke's Bay loss right now to open the door back for them. Well, a loss to the Hawks gives them a chance to seal their playoff possibilities with a win. The Auckland Tuatara, they have the top seed locked up. The Wellington Saints laying between 5th and 6th seed, depending on results today, and with Nelson. And of course, the final 6 kicks off. Truss Arena, Auckland, 6:30 Thursday. 3rd versus 6th. 3rd will be the Rams.
And then also Thursday night, 4th versus 5th.
That one is going to be at 8 o'clock.
We've got the top 2 teams, the Nuggets and the Tuatara, waiting for the winners of those 2 games.
And the first seed, all important. You get the team on the Friday night. They played just the night before. Or the 2nd seed, they're waiting until Saturday. And then whoever wins that game on Saturday, straight into the finals with less than a day's rest against the winner from that semifinal on night number 2. So a lot of action to be had. Make sure you get your tickets and get out. It's going to be fantastic on TV, possibly better in person.
Certainly, if you can get there. Jackson Stemp with the moves. Gonna need some more moves.
Oh, Wasili with the kick
in this 3rd quarter.
A loose team's a good team, enjoying their last hit out of the season. It's been a good progressive year here for the Jets. They didn't have their entire squad early. Snuck up on some people at times. Down the stretch, had a chance to make it into the finals, but have gone down with 3 straight losses since then, including some controversy in Wellington last weekend.
Oh, that was spicy.
Spicy was the word for it. And now let's see if the Hawks can pick up where they left off. Danny Pippen guarding Jordan Ngatai. I like this switch up. He does not have that physical advantage now against Danny Pippen in the post that he was having on those guards. So a nice adjustment by Coach Natu Tufale at halftime.
Let's give you a little bit of impact there of the size of Liam Judd up against Tyron Harris. As that shot is missed. He's a tall guy.
He's got great size.
Yeah, he's got a great basketball body on him as Heron pulls up for 3.
And he's playing probably, I probably see him and his skill set stretching more towards that 3 spot than the 4 that he's been forced to play this season. A lot of it anyway. Ngatai might have the advantage on the perimeter against Danny Pippen now.
Oh, Ngatai. Jordan Ngatai has 29 in the game.
I mean, when he's playing smoothly like this, it is like butter.
This is like Tall Blacks Jordan Ngatai.
It's exactly. what I'm thinking. It's just to play with a lot of confidence, taking the shots as they come, directing traffic on the defensive end as well. It is putting it all together today.
Heron for three, knocking that down.
He was able to finally find the nylon. His first bucket of the day, 3 points to go along with his 5 boards.
And we've got Blake and Hunt getting caught up with the whistle.
And there's the difference. Denny Pippen can certainly guard him on the interior with his size, but a tougher ask for him to guard him on the perimeter. Javion Blake, nice pass, delivers that to Mustafa Heron right in the breadbasket to let it fly afterwards.
Timed nicely. Ngatai again!
Well, you just cannot give him space today. He is putting it to 32 points already. What a game.
Will he get 50?
I'm gonna say yeah. Is that a legal screen? It is on Danny Pippen.
The bench mob loving it. Ethan Rusbatch loving it. Not in this game. The foot complaint, but it is all energy at one end of the floor.
The Jets need to settle. They need to regroup. They need to find a way to match this level of energy being displayed by the Hawks. This is a building where it can roll down on you pretty quickly. So they have to find a way to try and stem that tide, especially coming from this man.
Oh,
almost a kiss.
He almost banked it in. Pippen on the drive. Hawks all around him. Like a bunny in an open field. The Hawks were circling, and you're not going to get the jump ball possession error called there, unfortunately, Mustafa.
Yeah, I thought he might have been right. It looked like hands were on it. But I like the way the defense of the Hawks collapsed on Danny Pippen, but stayed in the passing lane to make it a difficult angle as we get a travel on Jordan Hunt on response on the other end.
There you go, Mustafa. A little bit of basketball karma there. Total Farley right at Ryan Jones, the coin referee. He just told him, I got it. I saw it too. It's pass from Judd. And Takar Cooper wrapped up by Jared Kenny, just got too physical there. Third foul on the veteran and general manager of this Hawke's Bay Hawks team.
He wears a few hats, doesn't he? I haven't asked him yet if he's enjoying being a GM. Seems like a lot of work.
I mean,
a lot of emails.
I can just imagine not only do you have to worry about it being the starting point guard of a team, but also you've got to make sure that everyone's happy on game day as Jordan Ngatai gets a bucket and the harm as he gets a handshake from Ira Lee.
Look at this fake. Look at that fake.
Jordan Ngatai.
Completely freezes Tukaha Cooper there. Takes the contact, the kiss off the glass. Up to 34 points. And a chance to go 11 for 11 from the stripe.
He may get 50 by the end of the third.
Well,
he's in that mood.
Talk about spicy.
Well, he's got 7:29 to go.
That's a good point.
He will sit, obviously. He's got to sit in about 2.5 minutes.
Jordan Ngatai having that explosive scoring ability that the Hawks hoped he would provide all season long.
Judd chased off the three-point line. Tried to get it to Leger, who does get it to Pippen, who unfortunately misses for the Jets. Here comes Kenny. Ngatai with the travel. Thought he had the move and the dribble at the same time, but unfortunately one was a little bit slower than the other.
Some quick travel calls coming in this third quarter on both teams. Need to be aware of them. A little 2-3 zone coming out for the Hawks.
Heron banks it in.
A strong move attacking Jordan Ngatai, but coming back the other way. Hunt running. Well defended by Tukaha Cooper there, getting a hand in to take away the easy bucket. Javion Blake, of course, on the floor, off the floor with his 4th personal foul. And the Jets trying to find a way to just get through with his time on the bench.
Miscommunication there between Orokawa and Ngatai. Will be Jets ball. Blake on the edge of your screen there. You could towel around his shoulder standing at the end of the Jets bench. Pippen out of the game now as well. So, excuse me, no, he's just going to inbound the ball.
10th turnover of the game for the Hawks there. 9 for the Jets up to this point. 14 points the difference. Well, the Jets start to make inroads. This zone slowing things up for the Jets though.
Pippen can't get the roll. Harris with the rebound.
Good box out. They continue to push that pace.
Orokawa. It's been a quiet night for Hiram Harris. It's been all Jordan Ngatai, even on the glass. Harris isn't in the top 3 rebounders for the Hawks. Bride misses, and there's Hiram Harris on cue. Orokawa gets it swatted away. Aaron's 3 is in and out. Ngatai may not get 50 here in the third. Or he may, with a left hand. McBride felt the contact, puts it up. He'll head to the line. Bryce McBride to get 2 shots at the TOB.
Right place, right time for McBride after Ngatai imposes his will physically. Being guarded by Tukaha Cooper in the post. And just not enough mass to keep him from getting where he wants to go. But then the inability of the Jets to close out the possession with the defensive rebounding allows McBride that opportunity and a chance to build on this 14-point lead.
His first professional contract with Bryce McBride outside of the States.
Always a big moment. It's just fun to get that first taste, see what it's like to pay for a play check, especially in a beautiful locale like the Bay. Much worse landing spots around. One of my first ones was in Beirut. Not as nice as Napier.
How many games did you last in Beirut?
It was a quick 2.
2 games?
I broke my ankle.
You broke your ankle? How did you break your ankle?
Playing basketball.
Oh, what an idiot. What were you trying to do?
Just a post move. I think I was just trying to land.
Ah.
That's an interesting pit stop of many.
You almost as well travel as Marcel Jones. I believe it's 18 countries or
definitely not close to Marcel.
18 leagues.
That is a grip. That Wikipedia goes deep.
Certainly does.
Oh, no call on the trip.
Handle lost. Stolen by a demand of the moment, Marcel Jones.
I had a short dunk on the other end.
Pippen, this is that. Ira Lee getting a hand in there and fouls Pippen.
Oh, it's sloppy. Sloppy right now.
Very, very sloppy. Not like your foot after a broken ankle, just dangling.
Thankfully, no injuries there. 16 points. The difference, 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Pippen to the stripe. He's only had 4 opportunities up to now, has hit just 2 of them. 16 points on the day. And his below the line activity from the free throw stripe continues. 2 for 5 now.
Speaking with Ngāti Taufale for the Tuatara game when they were in Auckland, Campbell Scott, really impressive. Lachlan Crate, I believe he turns 17 next year.
Young fella.
Fielding High School.
He had a nice taste of playing time a week ago in the 2 losses for the Jets, and he's looked pretty good there for a young fella.
Scott with the defense on McBride. Hiram Harris pulls down the rebound. He's now climbing up that rebound count. That was his 5th. Here's McBride. Needs to get it up.
Oh, saved by the whistle there.
Saved by the whistle.
That looked like pretty good defense. McBride's, I mean, he's pretty speculative. with those these attempts he's tossing out there, to borrow a Hugh Bainin term. He's looking for that contact. It's difficult for him to create that space needed to get his shot off here in this third quarter.
A 15-point lead. Jets haven't threatened in this third quarter. McBride at the line. This will be number 2 from the TAB stripe. Jalen Blake out with 4 fouls at the moment. Hawks win, and they're in. Great rebound there.
Oh, Scott.
Scott gets it back, pulls the trigger, knocks down that 3.
We'll reward the man.
Campbell Scott.
Gets the hustle, creates the opportunity, and Marcel Jones finds him again in the corner. Cuts it to 13.
McBride strokes a 3. 67-51.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered for his game. A little bit of spice from outside to open up some opportunities to drive. As the whistle's blown, looks like not sure exactly what's happening here, but they're going to bring it back.
I'm going with the clock issue, Casey.
Well, you're just assuming. It could be any issue. It could be a bat in the stadium.
That's a very good point. I've known many times that Pettigrew Green Arena has been hassled by bats in the rafters in Hawke's Bay. One of the fruit bowls of New Zealand, and it'll be no doubt a rogue fruit bat flying around the rafters.
Might have been a clock. Okay, fine. I feel like that was sarcasm. It drops a triple.
Danny Pippen.
Working their way back into it. 3:30 left. Can they find a little activity on the defensive end to keep it going?
McBride, 6 to shoot. Puts up the runner. Oh, Bryce McBride, have done it again, is feeling it at the moment. Just needed to get to the line and hit a free throw.
Not jovial enough to be called Danny McBride, but he's got the game. Here, Bryce McBride showing a nice mid-range on that little runner.
Tied up as Danny Pippen felt he was hit on the wrist as well, and the forearm.
Well, it didn't look like the ball was tied up, so it was a quick jump ball regardless if there was activity on the forearm or not.
Possession arrow for the Jets. Denham Brook and Hiram Harris take a seat. Kobe Kara and Jordan Hunt out there.
A good aggressive double, getting Danny Pippen out of his comfort zone there.
Natai's back out there as well. Scott, a little to the left. It falls to Heron, and Heron tried to throw it down, and he's fouled. Lachlan Crate kept that alive for him.
That's what I liked about the play, was the effort of Lachlan Crate on that weak side on the glass. And Tax gets in there, tips it to Mustafa Heron. He goes up strong, finds that contact, can't get the finish, but gets a couple of attempts from the TAB here.
Just 5 points for Heron. Make it 6 on the night. It's been all Blake and Pippen for the Jets. 38 of their 55. Heron's good on the second. Jordan Hunt and Marcel Jones have a few words there on the free throw.
What?
Yeah.
Marcel Jones having a chin wag?
Yeah. Here's Hunt with the ball up high. Kara giving it to Orokawa. Hung in the air, McBride. Right hand. Can't finish, and then Craig just throws it out.
Just a bit of patience needed. Lachlan Crate trying to get that ball out quickly. Javion Blake was off to the races early. And a solid defensive effort
Timeout. Everard Bartlett, 2:24 to go in this third quarter.
And the Jets, 56, playing the Hawks on 69. A 13-point differential. So we'll take a look at that rebound coming in. Doesn't go. Drops in. That's what Campbell Scott's earlier one, not the miss that we just had. And McBride displaying his touch from deep. Finding a little space. Looking pretty comfortable today, as comfortable as I've seen him this season. Hit the runner as well. That's a tough angle. I'd be okay with that shot going up. He was pretty confident about it. And there's the deal of the week. Pick up only with the online code BLOCK for your Nana Pizza or 5 Boroughs Pizza.
What's your favorite borough, Casey, then?
Well, you know, grandfather, great-grandfather born in the Bronx, dad born in Manhattan, but I'm kind of partial to Brooklyn. It's on Long Island. That's where I was born. So
You're in Long Island?
yeah, Long Island. I'll be East End. So I'll be a hipster with you, bro. You know what? I'm gonna go Bronx, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Go with the bloodline.
Yankee Stadium?
Yankee Stadium.
Been to new Yankee Stadium?
I've been to the old one, been to the new one as well. Secret for new Yankee Stadium, if there's long lines, you can get into the Hard Rock Cafe.
Is that right?
Yeah, there's a ticket entrance, so if you got the tickets, you can just go through there. Much faster line there.
Great life hack.
In the Bronx.
Yeah, handy.
Travel. Another. There's been a multitude of travels in this one this evening. Well, Natai still on 35. Might not get the 50 in this quarter, but what a performance he has put on display here.
Pippen put it off Jordan Natai.
Oh, no,
he didn't.
They missed it. That didn't come back on Danny Pippen. He's understandably upset. That was unfortunately a missed call. He threw it off Jordan Natai, and it looked like it might have come back towards him, but from the angle that we had there on the screen, it looked like it did end up missing his body. Official Ryan Jones is trying to control everybody, get everybody calmed down.
Trying to tell Josh Tuitagovailoa just to chill a little bit. Natai. Get that sense of anticipation. Every time Jordan Natai, Rokawa strokes a three, squares up, just looks at the rim.
He's very aggressive today. He's the most comfortable he's looked offensively. But what I was looking on that play, weak side, Danny Pippen and Hiram Harris starting to get into it.
Oh no, that is a matchup.
There was a bit of physicality starting to go there, and it just came back. See him in the middle of the game. It's coming. It's coming.
He sets a hard screen on Rokawa as well. Does Danny Pippen, and Natu Taufale, is he going to ride this aggression out, or is he going to ask his import to take a bit of a seat? He's already been suspended a game.
Just a second personal foul. You can't get suspended for another game. The season's over tonight. Ride this one.
Well, let it go.
Let's see what happens. 16 points the difference. The scoring has slowed down here, as has the pace from both teams.
Oh, that three is good.
Well, that's reminiscent of how Tyrone Rokawa was playing last week, up to 11 points now. He was huge in that fourth quarter against the Tuatara in the upset win. And he's essentially giving them the opportunity to save their season.
Blake with the pull-up. Nice. Yeah, that is a great win over the Tuatara.
A win that very few were picking them to get away with it, as Bryce McBride gets called for an illegal screen there. Javion Blake, he's pretty good at selling that contact coming off screens. He doesn't mind putting his body on the line. And I've been impressed by his offensive skill set that Javion Blake has displayed. Up to 20 points now to join Danny Pippen. Triple team comes Danny Pippen's way.
Blake down the middle.
Danny Pippen is really a nice passer, especially out of the double teams. When you send multiple defenders towards him, and his teammates are cutting, he does a nice job of looking and delivering that pass where it can lead to scores.
Lead is 15. Here's Orokawa. Turnover. Up ahead is Marcel Jones. And Jordan Ngatai got him on the arm.
Well, good hustle to get back into play. Not sure how many seconds are going to be left on the clock, but they're going to put a couple more on there. And limited time, certainly, but Marcel Jones' efforts running that lane. A chance to keep this one semi within the sphere of possibilities. So it looks like just 0.5 left, so a last second foul on Ngatai there. As Marcel Jones hits the first.
75-61.
Marcel Jones and Duran Orokawa having words now. Former teammates with the Taranaki Airs in the showdown a couple seasons ago. Oh, it's 2 points. Saying Hiram Harris touched it.
Touched it.
And if he touches it, it becomes a live ball. So that is a bucket. If you touch it and don't knock it out, there's the danger of what happens on the free throws.
Makes things interesting. Just 12 now. With the fourth quarter around the corner. We'll take a break. We'll have the last 10 minutes of this game for you. Ten minutes of basketball left at Pettigrew Green Arena. And the Hawks in control, 75-63. Jets pulling this one a little bit closer towards the end of the third quarter. And 10 minutes away from securing their final sixth spot for the Hawke's Bay Hawks. If they somehow lose this game, they still have a chance. And rely on other results.
Well, you say somehow, but this wouldn't be the first time a fourth quarter has snuck up on a Hawks team that looked like it had victory well within its grasp. Up 12 points now. But the fourth quarter is when things get sticky for them. They need to stay aggressive, keep moving without the basketball, and don't settle.
Nice post move from Hiram Harris.
Just his second bucket of the ball game. He's been active defensively, but not a lot of ball in hand. He takes advantage there. They are really looking to punish mismatches out here on the court.
They just took Campbell Scott to school down there. A stronger frame as Pippen looks to go around Ngatai. Can't get the roll. Orokawa on the baseline. Ngatai patiently waiting with the three ball.
38. Touch them all. 5 for 7 from deep.
Marcel Jones gets the 2.
Lee looked like some contact there. I think he's pretty fortunate to get away without a whistle. Still 15 points the difference.
Oh, Jordan Ngatai, heat check 41.
Keep it going. 50 is in the realm of possibility. Feed this man. I want to see a 50-piece.
Heron pull up. Get it to Jordan Ngatai.
He is just putting on a display. 12 for 19 from the field, 6 for 8 from deep, 11 for 11 from the stripe. Oh, he's in the corner.
He is. Now he's back in the other corner, running up high. The ball's not chasing him though. Ira Lee wants some. He feeds Hiram Harris. Harris gets the rebound. And a foul. Javion Blake is done for the night.
Is that a foul on Javion Blake? That is difficult. Hiram Harris is just ravenous for the ball, playing right through him. Oh my. That is a bitter pill to swallow in your last seconds of the season.
That is the Sal's NBL season done for Javion Blake. Disappointing end to a spectacular season for him personally. 22 and a half a game. And he sits with 22 in this game.
Man, the aggressiveness of Hiram Harris.
Did they only have 4 players on the court? Yeah, they did. Josh Ledger will join the game. A classic Sal's NBL moment there.
Classic. Well, you know, you can play with 4 sometimes, but the Jets do have players to go, and here we have a timeout to talk about things, because that is not what you want to do. Let that play go in beforehand. Still a chance for the Jets, but it is much diminished without the availability of Javion Blake for the rest of this game. But you know what is available is To'ihi basketball. Started this week, it keeps going tomorrow. And moving forward from this season on, Rapid League games kicking off approximately an hour before. It started on the 12th, but it's still going. It doesn't just stop and start. It keeps going from there.
To'ihi Basketball Aotearoa and the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Before each game, the bench of each team get a good run. 4-minute quarters. And you get a competition point if your bench unit wins the game. The Sky Broadband Rapid League on the To'ihi Basketball Aotearoa standings. Catch the highlight show every Tuesday night at 7:30 as well. Sal's NBL highlight show presented by GJ Gardner Homes. So after that Jets timeout, quickly found themselves in a hole after 2 Jordan Ngatai threes. Here's Ira Lee going at Ledger. Good defense from Ledger, but Lee gets it back. Left hand, strong move.
You know what I like about this fourth quarter right now is Jared Kenny gets called for the foul. Is that often in the fourth quarter, when the Hawks weren't able to execute down the stretch, they were fading away from those interior moves and from that physicality. But not in this one. They've come out and they've been determined. They've taken the open look when it's presented to Jordan Ngatai, but other than that, they have been forcing the action down there in the interior.
Fourth foul on Kenny. Heron misses that. Lead is 20. Ira Lee, I like this matchup. Ira Lee stepping through. Ngatai. No, Jordan Ngatai is on fire.
44-piece. Feed them all, touch them all. Jordan Ngatai almost gets the steal there as well.
Hiram Harris with a tough closeout. Liam Judd with the high arcing 3-ball.
Under duress does not
Oh
matter.
no! Dial it up again. Jordan Ngatai with another 3.
47 as they crack 91. Jordan Natai coming up on the performance of the season. I believe the season high is 48. And we got a chance for Natai to top it soon.
Get it to him, Hiram Harris. Find him. Jared Kenny, feed him. Pull up for 50. Heat check.
The crowd would have exploded on that one, even more so than they already are.
Pippen. Lee gets him. Good to see him help him up there. Tough defense. And Danny Pippen finally gets that call. Jordan Natai, the man of the moment, banging down 3 after 3.
Touch of 50 to Jordan Natai, 14 for 21 from the field, 8 for 11 now from behind the arc. 11 for 11.
He's got 4 assists as well.
From the strike, 4 assists, 3 rebounds.
It's Jordan Natai.
He's drawn 6 fouls. What a game, what a way to finish, and what a confidence booster coming into the final 6 that the Hawks look to have within their grasp now. A win here will take away the opportunity for the Giants to play for an entry point. But Stevie, even if the Hawks win this game, seeding still up for grab between 5 and 6. The Saints will have to win to guarantee 5th seed. If not, the Hawks could actually move all the way up to 5th.
Pippen good on the second from the TAB line. Here comes Hiram Harris. He's accelerated his rebound rate. He's got 9 now. 4 points for him. It's Kenny. Rokawa. Raining threes for the Hawke's Bay Hawks. That's their 14th in the game.
Well, better late than never. The gym has not been kind to them throughout the season, but it is coming home in a strong way. 3 straight wins on the trot if they get over the line today. And going into the finals, a lot of confidence. Back to Natai. Rokawa finds him in the corner. Easy as you like. Another one going underneath the screen. I will drop that triple again. Back to back. Looking for more.
He's barely broken a sweat, Jordan Natai. He's got 47 in 30 minutes of basketball.
Well, he sweats, but that beard soaks it all up. It's like a towel.
They are 14 of 21
They
from
are
3.
shooting the ball so well right now. Really sharing it nicely. And of their 27 misses, they've got a third of them back. 9 offensive rebounds. This is the exact type of team they thought they could be. Proven to be it.
You know where I'd feel welcome with you, Casey, is Tony's place.
Oh yeah, I like it. Yeah, I think it could be a good stop. Tony's place. Wonder what Tony's place is. A restaurant, perhaps?
Could be just Tony's place.
It could just be his place.
Next time we're in the Bay, we'll visit Scott for 3.
That's like a verbal contract you just put together.
Liam Judd.
Liam Judd with the hustle. Cuts it to 22. 6 minutes now for the Hawks. You want to work that clock. You don't want to lose your aggression, but you want to make sure you're using up possessions. Oh, you don't. Let it fly.
It's just raining threes in this 4th quarter. Hiram Harris in on the action.
Can we just get Jordan Natai another 4 points so he cracks the 50? That's what I want. That's what I'm cheering on now. Mustafa Heron finds the mid-range.
Heron, just 9 in this game. Hiram Harris directing Natai through. And he pulls the trigger. Oh, why not?
Splash.
Is that 16 threes in this game now?
Release, rotation, splash. Drinking deeply from the zone.
Heron turns it over. They crack 100 with the Hawks. We've still got 5:24 to go in this game.
The zone, population, the Hawks. They all live there right now. Mayor of the zone, Jordan Natai.
Commander-in-Chief. Hiram Harris going to work.
8 straight. It is a slow offensive start to the game, but he's kicked it up in overdrive this last 3 possessions.
Judd, nice fall away from the young man.
Showing the skill set there. They have something to Liam Judd there, up to 11 points for him now.
Get Ngātai the ball. Campbell Scott's making it his mission to stop Hiram Harris getting the ball to Jordan Ngātai. Jets get a stop. Lee picks up a cheap one there, reaching in, that's his 4th.
There's some subs coming in off the bench. One of them better not be for Jordan Ngātai. Do not take away this man's opportunity at 50-piece.
Ira Lee takes a seat, Tatanga Laval comes in, Kenny takes a seat, McBride comes in for him. Jordan Ngātai is 47, he just needs a 3. Got a timeout, Ngāti Taufale, that's his last one.
Let's get him a couple of buckets. Let's get him up to 51. What a performance when they needed it most. Remember, they were down 10 in the first quarter. The Jets came out with an excellent game plan, moving things well, but there was a definite change in direction when Javion Blake went out with that 5th personal foul. That first the foul trouble in the first half hampered him, and then in that 3rd quarter, that's when the Hawks were really able to take advantage. 30-18 second quarter, blew this one wide open after being down 2 coming into the 2nd term.
The Hawks just might have timed their run to perfection.
You never know.
In the Sal's NBL Final 6.
You never know. You want to come in hot at the right time of year.
You don't want to come in carrying injuries. You don't want to come in off the back of losses. You don't want to come in the back of cold shooting. You want to come in with one of your guys filling it up. You're hitting it from deep. You've got a really good win against the top team. You've come in, you've secured your 6th spot by taking care of business on your home court, which has been a problem. As Hiram Harris gets the ball, they're looking for Jordan Ngātai. Here's 50! Off the rim, Tatanga Laval gets it. McBride, they're hunting for it, the Hawks. Here he comes. He falls down, lost the handle, good defense. Legia.
Now from Everard Bartlett, I get him out of the game.
Scott can't get the roll.
I did not like the look of that fall. Say, wait a minute, maybe I'll sub him out.
He needs to wipe up that spot where he fell as well. If they haven't on that play, I think you can see the kids with the towels walking back, so maybe they did. That's good hustle.
I wouldn't mind seeing Ngātai get a chance on the interior there as the foul called, grabbing him from behind.
Falmosili with the hold.
Just the 2nd team foul of the quarter.
They're going to keep Ngātai in there.
Well, they got to give him a chance at 50. Come on now,
Surely.
50 doesn't come around every day.
Is he talking to Everard Bartlett? I think he is. I think he's saying, no, I'm good.
You leave me out here.
He might have asked if, do you want to come out? Here it is. Catch and shoot.
Get 2 buckets on the interior, Jordan.
Falmosili firing it to Mumasia. Scott with a floater. Gets his own rebound. Blocked by Tatanga Laval. No one's setting any screens for Ngātai as McBride misses. Now they're just chasing it.
That's why I want to just get him in the post, because this game's in the cooler. The Hawks are going to secure their spot in the final 6 as Campbell Scott shows the nice footwork on the step through. But there is only one story. I don't know what the conversation is.
Ngātai is waving off the bench.
Is he saying, no, I don't want to score?
Yeah, or is he saying, no, I don't want to come out? I think he's saying, I don't want to score. Nice look. Can't get the finish.
Well, it looks like there's a sub coming in.
Yeah. maybe you're saying, nah, I don't want it. I don't need it. Because Jordan Ngatai is going to get a round of applause. He'll take a seat with 47 as Denham Brook checks in for him. What a night for Jordan Ngatai.
Well, he had a chance at it. He took a couple of cracks, but he'll go home with his head held high and fall asleep tonight on a 47-point piece. What a way to finish the season for Jordan Ngatai and put the rest of the final six on notice that the Hawks have found a little bit of form.
At the right time. Oh, what a pass!
Campbell Scott.
Campbell Scott, I love it.
Well, getting a little bit of freewheelingness going down here the last couple of minutes.
Famosili left it short.
Spent a lot of time talking about the Hawks here in the second half, but it was positive directions for the Jets this season. Had a chance at the finals coming down the stretch of the season. It's been mentioned many times this year, but this is year 2 of a 5-year plan, and they got to be ahead of schedule. It's about getting that local talent up to the point where they can really contribute in a winning way with more consistency, but a great step in that direction this season.
Stent comes in for Ledger with a minute 27 to go. Yes, commiserations to the Jets. The door was open, but 3 straight losses consign them to missing out on their final 6 hopes. But they've laid a foundation. The youth is there. They picked up some really nice imports, obviously, with Pippin, Blake, and Heron. Tung Lavau is fouled. And they can take a look at what, not what might have been, but what they can build on, as you said, Casey. Nato Taufale and his coaching group and the people behind the scenes making it work. This is a team that was out of the league for a couple of seasons, the Jets. They've always been the easy beats. They've always had that tag, and that was the tag that they really wanted to shake, that they just didn't want to be the speed bump being driven over each season of the league.
And it's impressive that their efforts on the court have been. What's really been great is the turnout by the fans in the Manawatū. That season finale for the home games last weekend on last Sunday's session was really impressive. I mean, it was a near capacity house and a lot of energy in there, all hoping to see a win. They didn't, but you know, the support in Manawatū across the league has been fantastic this season. Great to see the league going from strength to strength here in NBL 23 as we enter the last 2 games of the season tomorrow.
Jacob Murphy with a steal. Napier got a hand on that. Famosili hits the corner 3. And Murphy and the Hawks up 28.
Auckland, here we come.
Final 6 locked in for this Hawke's Bay Hawks team. Famosili and the Jets. Campbell Scott will take the last shot of the season for them. And Bryce McBride rips the rebound out for the stat.
We got that. They got to get it across. Or no, they don't. Clock is dead. Victory is assured. The Hawks are in the final 6.
They have locked it in. Congratulations to the Hawks. Just their 3rd win at home this season. Jordan Ngatai's 47 powering them to the win in front of a really nice crowd at Pettigrew Green Arena. The Jets now travel home. Not ruining what could have been, but probably building on what will be a solid foundation in seasons to come. Napier Taufale doing a really nice job blending the youngsters with the imports. It's been a competitive, tough league all season long. Everybody in the mix up until a couple of rounds ago. And Jordan Ngatai doing the job. 47 points for him.
He led the way of all scorers, obviously. Javion Blake, Danny Pippin tried to give a little resistance from the other side, but part of that 49% shooting for the Hawks was Jordan Ngatai. Impressive 56% from beyond the 3-point line for the Hawks and 19 for 21 from the line on the glass. The Hawks pipped him at the post, 44 rebounds to 43. Hiram Harris with 10 to secure the double-double. Josh Ledger doing yeoman-like work on the other side. The assists, 24 for the Hawks on 35 buckets, 17 for the Jets. Love the movement. Jordan Atai, not only 47, but leading the way in the assist game. 2 blocks for Denham Brook off the bench. 3 for the entirety of the team on the Hawks. Finishing up with the steals. 9 to the Hawks, 6 to the Jets, 2 for Harris and McBride apiece. But the real story, of course, is the Hawks qualify for the postseason with this win. Seeding still up for grabs. If the Saints win, they will get the 5th seed in that game against the Tuatara tomorrow. If the Saints lose, the Hawks, I believe, will be in 5th position, having countback against the Wellington Saints. So still a lot to play for. Who do you like in that matchup? The 6th seed will play the Rams of Canterbury. The 5th seed will play the Franklin Bulls in a de facto home game at Truss Arena next Thursday night.
We are set for another exciting doubleheader on a Sunday. The last day of the regular season of the Sal's NBL. Hawke's Bay have done it. They're into the final 6. Where they'll land, we'll find out tomorrow. 106.81 is your score. And we'll bid you good night. Thanks so much for watching. See you tomorrow.